بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم وفقنا وسائر المشتغلين للعلم والعمل الصالح بحق محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم والعن عدوهم. Al-Imam al-Sadiq alayhi salam said, you must advise Allah's creatures for His sake, for you will never meet Him with a deed better than this. I repeat this again. Imam Sadiq alayhi salam said, you must advise Allah's creatures for His sake, for you will never meet Him with a deed better than this. قال الإمام الصادق عليه السلام عليكم بالنصح لله في خلقه، عليكم بالنصح لله في خلقه فلن تلقاه بعمل أفضل منه. ما تروح تلاقي الله سبحانه وتعالى بعمل أفضل من ماذا؟ أفضل من نصح عباد الله لله قربة طاعة إلى الله تعالى. So, issue number 741 with Islamic laws. When Salat, still we are with Salatul Jum'ah. When Salatul Jum'ah with all its requirements is held. That means the three conditions of the correctness of Salatul Jum'ah and the rest conditions of Salatul Jum'ah being to be obligatory with all its requirements is held, it will be obligatory to attend it. It will be obligatory to attend Salatul Jum'ah if one who established it is Imam alayhi salam or his representative. That means if this Salatul Jum'ah all the conditions are fulfilled and the Imam himself or his representative leading the Salatul Jum'ah, it is obligatory to attend Salatul Jum'ah. It is obligatory to attend Salatul Jum'ah. But in situation other than this, that means if it is not at the time of the Imam, it is not at the time of his representative, joining or attending it is not obligatory. Joining Salatul Jum'ah is not what? Is not obligatory. It will be what? It will be mukhayyara. It will be mukhayyara. That means if you like to attend Salatul Jum'ah or you like to perform Salatul Zuhur. When attending is obligatory, that means when Imam is leading Salatul Jum'ah or his representative leading Salatul Jum'ah, the following points must be considered. The following points must be considered. Number one, the person joining should be a man. The person who is joining Salatul Jum'ah, he should be what? He should be a man. Presence in Jum'ah prayer is not obligatory for women. Attending Salatul Jum'ah is not obligatory for a woman. Two, freedom. What does mean freedom? It means the person who is attending Salat Jum'ah, he shouldn't be a slave. He should be hur, free person. Hence, it is not obligatory for a slave to be present in Jum'ah prayer. Number three, not being a traveler. Not being a traveler. He shouldn't be. Is it traveler with double L?
Yes.
Should be with one L.
No, double L.
Double. Both of them.
Because the stress is on the second syllable.
Okay. I think it's better to be with one L. Anyhow, not being a traveler, check the dictionary, not being a traveler, hence Jum'ah prayer is not obligatory for a traveler, regardless of whether the traveler prays qasr or full prayer. So there is no connection between qasr and full prayer, but the connection is that you are a traveler or not. That you are a traveler or not. So, not being a traveler, and hence Jum'ah prayer is not obligatory for a traveler, regardless of whether the traveler prays qasr or full prayer, as he would do if he intends staying for 10 days sequentially or more. That means if he has iqamah in this city, if he has a residency to stay for 10 days or more, so he can attend the Salat al-Jum'ah. Number 4, being free from ailment and blindness. Being free from ailment and blindness. Hence, it is not obligatory for a sick or a blind man to offer Jum'ah prayer. 5, not being old. This musalli shouldn't be old. Hence, Jum'ah prayer is not obligatory for old men. Is not obligatory for when we are talking about it is be obligatory with the presence of the imam or his representative.
What does it mean, his representative?
وكيله. قال الامام قال الشيخ مظفر وكيله ان شاء الله، قال له انت روح صلي امام جماعه بهذا.
I'm wondering the scholars now.
ها؟
I'm wondering the scholars now.
No. So that number 6, that the distance between the place a person is and where Jum'ah prayer is going to be held should not be more than 2 farsakhs. That means 11 kilometers. And it would be obligatory for what? For a person who is at the end of 2 farsakhs to join the salah. Not at the beginning of 2 farsakhs. At the end of the 2 farsakhs, it will be obligatory on him. يعني هذا المصلي مرة يكون في بداية الفرسخين ومرة يكون في نهاية الفرسخين. نقول له هي واجبة على اللي في نهاية الفرسخين، فناهيك عن اللي بالبداية. ايش راح تكون عليه، واجبة ولا مو واجبة؟ واجبة أكيد واجبة. فمو تجيني تقول لي ها أنا بنهاية الفرسخين أيضا واجبة عليك، يعني أنت ضمن الفرسخين. So the person who is at the end of the 2 farsakhs to join the salah is obligatory. And similarly, it is obligatory to attend. Participation in Jum'ah prayer will not be obligatory for a person who finds it extremely difficult. Like for what? For example, if it is so heavy, as we said, it trains dogs and cats. Finds it extremely difficult because of rains, severe cold, and so on. If it is so difficult for him to attend Salat al-Jum'ah, it wouldn't be obligatory to attend Salat al-Jum'ah. Issue number 742. A few rules concerning Jum'ah prayer. A few rules concerning Jum'ah prayer. Number one, it is permissible for a person who is exempted from Jum'ah prayer. It is permissible for a person who is exempt from Jum'ah prayer and for whom presence in Jum'ah prayer is not obligatory, just like a traveler, just like, for example, a blind man, all right, to hasten for Dhuhr prayer in the early part of its time. So, when it is not obligatory for you to attain Salatul Jum'ah, so you have to hasten, to be in a hurry to pray in a prime time of Salatul Dhuhr. To be in a hurry to pray Salatul Dhuhr in its prime time. Do not say that Salatul Jum'ah is not obligatory for me. Yes, it is not obligatory for you, but you have to be hurry to perform Salatul Dhuhr in its prime time and not to delay it. 2. It is makruh to talk while the Imam delivers the sermon. It is makruh. Not only to talk, but even to play with your beard, with your mustache, or to have a stick to play with it on the ground. It is makruh. It is makruh to talk while the Imam delivers the sermon, and if the noise created by talking prevents others from listening to the sermon, that, for example, if you make a noise which preventing the others from listening to the sermon, then it is haram. Yes, it is haram, regardless of whether the attendance is the minimum required or more. Whether the number of the attendants, whether they are 5 or more. And because of your noise, that the other or one of the musallin, one of the attendee in the Salatul Jum'ah is not listening for the Imam, it is haram on you. That means you have committed what? You have committed a sin. Haram, it means you deserve to be punished. Number 3, as an obligatory precaution, it is wajib. It is wajib to listen to both the sermons. However, listening to the sermons is not obligatory upon those who do not understand their meanings. So, it is obligatory precaution. It is obligatory precaution to listen to what? To the sermons, to the both sermons. And how about, for example, some of the Persian people whom they came here and Salatul Dhuhr, and they don't understand what? They don't understand Arabic. So it is haram for them not listening? No, it is not haram, because as we said in Arabic, in Mantiq, سالب بانتفاء الموضوع. So the sermon is not obligatory upon those who do not understand their meanings. 4. The second adhan on Friday is an innovation. And it is the same adhan which is usually called the third adhan. And it is the same adhan which is usually called the third adhan. This adhan is what? Is to tell the people that Salatul Jum'ah is what? Is holding here. Salatul Jum'ah is holding here. You have to gather and to come for Salatul Jum'ah.
Adhan with the TH or with the DH?
Adhan?
Yeah, with TH.
It's up to you. It could be with TH, could be with DH. Doesn't matter. Yeah.
DH means that.
Huh?
DH means that. What?
Adhan?
Yeah.
Better with the H.
With TH better?
TH. Like this is better.
Yeah.
Pronunciation in English and American stuff.
Yeah, they use it. Yeah. Okay. So it would better would be with D. Yes. Number 5, it is not obligatory for a person wishing to join Jum'ah Salat to be present while the Imam is delivering the sermon. It is not obligatory for a person wishing to join Jum'ah. Somebody was asking about this. It is not obligatory for a person wishing to join Jum'ah Salat to be present while the Imam is delivering the sermon. Maybe he was walking outside the masjid. He was coming on his way to Salat al-Jum'ah while the Imam is what? Is giving his sermon. So it is obligatory on him to attend Salat, to attend the sermon while the Imam is saying the sermon? No. No.
The way he must listen to the
Huh?
The way he must listen to the sermon when he's walking.
No. 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 6. Conducting purchase and yes. Conducting purchase and sale at the time when people are called to Jum'ah prayer is haram. Is haram. While Salat al-Jum'ah, while Salat al-Jum'ah is held, so it is haram to conducting purchase and sale. When people are called to Jum'ah prayer, if it hinders the prayer, if it hinders the prayer, if that purchasing and selling, it will prevent Salat al-Jum'ah, it will be haram. Look, if it hinders the prayer and not if it does not hinder, that means, listen to me. For example, Salat al-Jum'ah is held where? Here, in the holy shrine of Imam Hussein. And the Musallin were in the bazaar, in the souk in front of Shar' al-Qibla. And all the people are there. All the people are there. And Salat al-Jum'ah will be hindered because of what? Because of that bazaar. Because of the people are conducting, purchasing and selling at this time. So it is haram for them. But if Salat al-Jum'ah is going on, if Salat al-Jum'ah is going on and there is no interruption because of because of the market, because of conducting, purchasing and selling, there is no, they are not preventing, they are not hindering the salah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Your example doesn't hinder the salah.
If it doesn't hinder the salah, it is not haram. It is not haram. It is not haram. Yes, Sheikhna. Would you take the mic, please? Yes.
So we said that in the first condition, that in the presence of...
Will you turn on the mic? Yes. Go ahead.
We said that in the first condition, that with the presence of the Imam or the representative of the Imam, it will be, Salat al-Jum'ah will be obligatory for all to be attended except those who have their condition. So in this case, it is also will be obligatory to attend for those who...
if they do not, it is wajib takhir as we mentioned. If they do not want to attend Salat at the time of Imam,
Yes.
yeah, at the time of Imam, something different.
So here we are not talking...
No, we are not talking about the time of Imam, of the presence of Imam, absolutely. Yes, Sheikh Faiz, please take the mic, please. Give him the mic, please. Yes, Sheikh.
Assalamu alaikum. Purchasing the market business during the time of Jum'ah prayer and during the presence of Imam. Is there any relevance between being invalid business during that time?
No, we will explain this later.
No.
No, there is nothing.
No.
That means all the business that has held at that time will be valid.
Although it's wajib for those people who do not go
Yes, to attend.
Yeah, to attend, but yet
It is
their business
is valid. Is valid. Yes. Okay, conducting purchase and sale at the time when people are called to Jum'ah prayer is haram if it hinders the prayer, and if it does not hinder, it is not haram. And in spite of it being haram, that means if it hinders the salah, the transaction done would not be void. You see, got that? When it was obligatory for a person to be present in Jum'ah prayer and he abandoned it, so his purchase, his transaction is what? Is halal. Is halal. It is not void. And offered Dhuhr prayer, his prayer would be in order. And offered Dhuhr prayer, his prayer would be in order. That means he abandoned attending Salat al-Dhuhr, Salat al-Jum'ah, but he offered what? He offered Salat al-Dhuhr. His Salat al-Dhuhr is what? Is valid. This is one thing. If he purchased all his transaction in the time of Salat al-Jum'ah are what? Are valid. Are valid. Time for of the sunset and evening prayers. Issue number 743. The obligatory precaution is that as long as the redness in the eastern sky appearing after the sunset has not passed overhead, Maghrib Salah should not be performed. The obligatory precaution is that as long as the redness in the eastern sky, al-Humra al-Maghribiyya, appearing after sunset has not passed, بعد الحمرة المغربية موجودة بعد غروب الشمس سقوط القرص, has not passed overhead بعد ما رايحة, مغرب صلاة should not be performed. يعني ما تأدي صلاة المغرب والحمرة المغربية بعدها. This is an obligatory precaution for Sayyidistan.
So it says eastern sky, not western.
Yes, الحمرة المغربية.
Eastern.
Sorry, الحمرة المشرقية. Yes. Issue number 700, I'm sorry about that. 744. In normal circumstances, the prescribed time for Maghrib and Isha prayer. In normal circumstances, the prescribed time for Maghrib and Isha prayer is till midnight. What does it mean in normal circumstances? That I'm not busy, I'm not in urgent, now I'm not sick, I'm not mujnib, the women are not ha'id, and so on. Okay? In normal situations that a person, he doesn't have anything. So, in normal circumstances, the prescribed time for Maghrib and Isha prayer is till midnight. Till midnight. Midnight, when that will be, maybe 11:30, maybe 11:50, maybe 11:40, it's up to the time. But if forgetfulness, oversleeping, or being in hayd and similar unusual situations prevent one from performing prayer till midnight, so he or she is not performing for a reason, then for them the time, which time? The time for Salat al-Maghrib and Salat al-Isha to be in time, not qada, to be in time, ada, not qada, will continue till Fajr sets in. Will be continue till Fajr sets in. And when Fajr sets in, when Fajr sets in? Al-Fajr al-Sadiq, not Al-Fajr al-Kadhib. Yes.
Is the midnight the end of time of prayer?
The midnight The midnight is not the end. Is not the end of time prayer, but the Maghrib and Isha will be qada for this person. That means if he performs his salah after midnight without a reason, not being a mujnib, not being a ha'id, not sick, not on traveling, okay? So his salah after this time will be what? Will be qada.
I mean, if I want to pray.
Why you don't talk with the mic? The mic is next to you. Yes, thank you.
If I want to pray before the midnight, maybe 3.
It will be ada. It will be ada, not qada.
Will be make it tayammum.
No, this is something different. This is something different. You are asking about purification or about the time. أنت تسأل عن الطهارة لو تسأل عن.
Yes, if the midnight, the end of time, will be tayammum.
Sorry, you remember that one of the conditions to have tayammum that you don't have enough time for wudu.
Yeah.
And you have only time for tayammum.
So according to Sayyid Sistani, you have to pray with tayammum and to give qada for this prayer as a recommended precaution. Yes, you're welcome. Yes. Within issue number 744, in normal circumstances, the prescribed time for Maghrib and Isha prayer is till midnight. But if forgetfulness, oversleeping, or being in hayd and similar usual situations prevent one from performing the prayer till midnight, then for them the time will continue till Fajr sets in. In all the cases, Maghrib must be prayed before Isha. And if one contradicts their sequence, that means he performs Isha before Maghrib, purposely or knowingly, that means, yes, I know Maghrib before Isha, but in spite of that, I perform Isha before Salat al-Maghrib. Or I want to tell the other that I pray Isha before what? Before Maghrib, purposely. Or knowingly, the Salah will be void. The Salah will be void. If the time left over is just enough for Isha prayer to be offered within time, then Isha will precede Maghrib prayer. For example, Shaykhuna, I want to add something for your question. If he has 3 minutes left before the time lapse for Salat al-Maghrib and Isha, and we ask him, if you perform ablution and pray, are you going to get the ruku', the first rak'ah in this salah? He said yes. Okay, perform ablution and pray Isha, not Maghrib, pray Isha. Alright? But if he said no, I cannot, okay, perform tayammum and do Isha first and then Maghrib, give it qada. Issue number yes.
Issue number 743.
743.
Yes. I get confused of what is written here with the redness of the eastern sky. Does it refer to the place or to the time?
No.
This sentence.
It refers to the time, and the time is signed by the redness of the sky, the redness of the sun after it falls down.
So how it comes to write it with the eastern sky?
Yes. المغرب من جهة المغرب.
So it refers to the place.
No.
Because before we translate it as a mashra.
Okay, walhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I'll tell you. Walhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen wa sallallahu ala Muhammadin wa alihi at-tayyibin at-tahirin. Sallallahu ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad.